Hello and welcome back to my garden. Today I'm in my vegetable garden and I continue working on this new area of the garden, soft fruit garden. And in one of the episodes, I believe in one of the first episodes of the saga, I showed you that actually right now I have a pathway that is just perfectly matching my previous mint border. So originally when I was planning this space, I thought that I will have a border with mint, and I thought that it will work nicely just because that was rather dry spot, and I thought that that will help me to keep my mint rather contained. And actually it worked really well and I'm really pleased with this, but right now it's just this border just in a way of my pathway. So it's time to move on, and actually this area will get much more water to water all the shrubs that I was planting and flowers. So I believe that that won't be a good idea for mint to stay in this spot, because if it gets enough water, mint spreads like wildfire and I definitely don't want it. And actually I believe that mint is a great herb and it's really tasty and delicious when you're adding to dessert, or you're making a sauce, or you're making tea. So it's really versatile. It smells really nicely and there's so many different varieties that are giving you any flavor that you actually want. And that's why I decided that right now the best way to go for me would be to transplant different varieties of mint that I have in different terracotta pots. And actually this is my pathway that right now is just a big patch of mint. And actually there's one more thing that I want to discuss with you. So actually, as I told you, I will be replanting uh, small parts of mint plants in my terracotta pots. And as I told you, mint spreads like wildflower, meaning that it will take over these pots rather rapidly. So right now it's the beginning of summer, and I believe that tiny seedlings of mint will get big and will take all the place by the spring of next year. So next year I will harvest my mint and cut it back, and then I will need to replant them again. So for example, I have this rather big pot and I planted mint last summer actually, and that's really delicious mint that smells like strawberry. But right now it's looking extremely sad and dry just because it doesn't have enough space and enough volume for roots to produce a happy plant. So today it's the plan that I will take a small tiny piece of all this plant and I replant it into a new pot, and all the rest I will toss to compost. So I know that I will be doing this exercise each and every year, and that's the reason I don't want to use big pots, because I know that I will be wasting a lot of compost and I don't need to do this. Plus, realistically, we're not using that much mint, meaning that I don't need big quantities of the same variety, and it's much more interesting for me and much better to have smaller pots with different flavors that I can use differently in the kitchen. So I'm taking this part, I cutting back all the tops, and I'm putting just this part, keeping this part to put into the ground. All the rest will go away. So now this mint is transplanted and I just need to water it. I'm starting working on this mint. And as you can see, the mint went here in this part next to salvia, and I really don't want to keep it here, so I'm gonna be removing it just like this. So here is the root system, here is the plant, and right now I'll be transplanting this part of mint to my pot, and at the same time I'll be removing, you see it, it's spreading. And here is the part that I'm gonna be planting, and I believe that it's too big, so I'm removing everything that I can. This canopy, I don't need it, and I'm removing these runners, I don't need them, at least for now. The plant will send them anyway and create them in no time. So right now I'm just planting this tiny little thing in the middle of this pot. And just like that, all 3 mints are potted. Now I need to place them and then to water. And this is gonna be it for today, and I'm super delighted because right now I've saved the varieties that I wanted to save, and I have 2 more varieties actually in the ground, but I believe that mint will continue to pop up here and there, and at some point if I decided to add these 2 varieties to my collection, I will do it. And I will just take a small cutting and remove. And as you can see, the mint spreads so quickly that actually at some point I will be removing more roots from the ground, but I don't want to spend time right now because it's too hot and I need to remove gravel to plant flowers, so I have so many other things to do on my list. So okay, I don't see this problem, and that would be the story for another time. And actually right now I will include the clip because my husband just cut this mint away and now this pathway is looking so lovely. So yeah, I will pretend that that's how it looks like for now, from now on. So yeah. And thank you very much for being with me. We have just 1 episode left before this planting soft fruit garden saga stops, and then we will do some other things in the garden, and then we will start putting waters and we will start making it all look nicely. But that's for another day and another episode. And right now I will go back and I will start to remove gravel from the pathway. So I could plant flowers there. Oh, yeah, it's too hot right now. Actually today I believe that was something like 44 degrees Celsius, and I don't know how many degrees it's I will put the thing on the screen, but yeah, 44 degrees Celsius today. it is really, really hot. So right now I will continue doing things and I will tell you goodbye and see you next time. Thank you for being with me.